Hey, welcome back to the Team Olympus Racing YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to do part 3 and continue working on the cage for the Bug in collaboration with Garage Idiots.
Alright, so as Joe said, this is part 3 of the Garage Idiots collaboration. Tonight we're going to start working on a couple of the back pieces for the cage. We'll probably do the crossbar on the V-pillars on the main hoop, and we'll see where we get with that. But before we do that, we're going to clean up a little bit on these strut towers and get those prepped and ready for some of the work we're going to do. I'm gonna need more flap discs. All I do is grind, grind, grind no matter what.
What it feels like.
So we wanted to work on cleaning the strut tower bars, so we got them all cleaned up. Cleaned up some of the welds. I'm gonna re-weld some of this and make it all nice and pretty. That's the passenger side, and that's the driver's side. So got everything flushed up. It's looking better. So now that we got this, we're going to run a bar from right here up to there. So we're going to do that bar next. So
This looks more, it's looks more racy.
Coming down like that.
Like that versus that.
Well, it has to be to the top bar, and it has to be a minimum of 30
Yeah, we have to
degrees
worry
back.
about the degree.
But that's like
Actually,
45, dude.
Yeah, we can actually.
You could, yeah, we could literally,
I can.
yeah, you could almost
down
measure
over
the
here.
angle. So,
So I want to cut it at about 31 because.
yeah, if we overlap and then factoring 1 3/4 our notch, so half, so that's can't think 875. So yeah, 31's a little long. Give me 30.5, but I need to look at the rules to see what tube we're going to use.
Okay.
If we want to use the 1 3/4 or not, I'm not sure. So I'm going to check out the rules. Be right back.
Okay. So while Daniel is working on this upper support tube, I'm measuring for a smaller tube that we're going to use to close in this engine bay, almost like a rear firewall, and then we'll actually figure out some way to fabricate probably some kind of mesh in here so it can breathe, but right now we just want to get that structure laid out for it. And I'm going to make sure these bars stay above this engine, which is, you know, less bending with the sheets that we're going to put across the top there. So it'll be a nice clean flat area going right across there. And I'm getting this at about 23, a little bit more maybe for a notch. So we'll get those drawn up.
We're going to use 1.5 inch 120 wall for the down bars. Joe's using 1 inch 120 wall for the, what are we calling that? I don't know. It's not structural. It's more of just a mounting surface for the engine plate, the engine Yeah,
rear firewall.
rear firewall. So we're putting in some tubes for the rear firewall. That's what he's doing. He's got those cut. He's working on those. I'm going to get the other tubes cut, notched, cleaned up, and we'll get those in place. We've got our notch on this side and this side, and we're working on getting the angle where we want it, and then finalizing the notch, get as tight as fit as possible, and we'll tack it up. So what we need to figure out, I want to come to this lip right here where the bend starts, so that fits tight. So what we need to figure out is what is this angle right here? We need to get that at 90. The entire car just moved.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have any brake trip. Were you worried so much about that right there?
I just want to make sure it's the same spot. I'd say let's get this, there's not much need to be done to this. Let's get this tacked up and then we'll fit that side.
Sounds good.
Okay, we got that side tacked up. Now we're going to square this side up and tack it up. And we'll have matching bars.
Here, that's 90, but
Just square this
I
side
don't know
and
the
that
difference.
side.
I don't know the length in there. Wait, where's that?
Yeah, we'll measure, we'll double check our angle. Coming off this should be 90.
Do you want to go from like this point here to the center point there?
Yeah, we'll measure across each side. Hold on. Dude, we're 44 and a half. How'd you manage to get that?
Well, I was going to do the same thing you were going to do. Mine's a straight line. To the center of that.
So measure from the center of the strut.
Center of the strut to the center of this line right here, I got 49 and a quarter.
Okay.
So from that strut to the center point there,
49 and a quarter.
there you go.
All right, so the bars are square. They look good from every angle. They measure good from every angle. They measure straight across. They measure crisscrossed. I think we're ready to tack it up. Let's get that tacked. So you're going to go ahead and get that sidebar cut up. Now we're going to go and get that in next.
Now that this is on, we can make our final cut on the back of this tube.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the seats back in, and I'm going to measure the height for the harness bar. Actually, I'm going to put them in because it's going like this. Okay, cool. How's it going over here?
Well, I just kind of tossed that up there, and we're
Wow.
at 0.3, so
So this guy is kind of an engine harness, or blah, it's kind of a engine bay. I don't know what this is.
firewall.
Firewall.
The word is firewall.
I can't talk. It's cosmetic primarily, but it adds a little bit of structural support. But the whole point of this bar is there's going to be a plate that runs across. There's going to be a engine plate kind of looking thing that goes over it. It's all cosmetic, just kind of a fascia. So it'll be made off that across there. But that does add structure. Believe it or not, that does help with support because it creates a triangle between the whole thing. But okay, so let's go ahead and get this tacked on. We'll tack the other side on, and then we're going to finish the harness bar.
Ready, eyes?
Ow, it went in my shoe. Looking good. Okay, so we have the back bars tacked in. We have that one, that one, that one, and that one. Now we're going to measure for the harness bar. The width is basically the same top to bottom, so we'll measure it, and then we're going to throw the seats in there to get the proper height and tack it up. That
just the pillar bar.
two bends.
Yeah.
We talked about it. There's nothing that requires it,
Yeah.
and honestly, I don't think there's a strength difference. But the way the inside of the bug is, this actually flowed really well.
It does. It does look really good.
And plus, where the bar is going to come over his head here, because of how wide the bug is, it'll keep him from being directly underneath the bar. Because where the bug body is, if we put two bends in it, it would put the tube right above the head here.
Yeah.
Because we have to get it up to here, right there. So that would be, yeah, so that tube's going to come up, and it's going to hit right here, dead center on this bend just about. So now there's nothing ever above his head.
Boom! Done!
If only it were that simple. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But it's getting there. Get that bar over there. The rear section of the cage is all tacked up. Got a few pieces down below. We use these bars here. We set them a little bit lower, and it will have nut certs on it, so the plate will actually sit right up kind of flush to this. Got a piece of aluminum.
Even got an angle on it.
It almost
kind of sit in there like that.
yes. But see, now it sits flush, and it'll sit clean like that. So it sits on this tube, but then the nut cert tabs will hold it here. And I don't know. I think it's gonna look good like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Turned out good. And then having see what it looks like. Of course, you saw we got the belt in there with the NRG seat. We needed that in there anyways to mock it up, but that's where the belts are going to come down. It's about a 10-degree angle down or so, because it'll have tabs back here. But yeah, getting there. I think that's where we're going to wrap up for this video with the cage. Very happy with the progress so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I know Preston, he hasn't even actually seen this, so when this video goes up, it's the first time he gets to see all this, so he'll be just as surprised as you are. Very excited about it. What are you doing?
Pretending.
You're like a kid in a fort.
I know, isn't it pretty cool?
Oh my goodness. Okay, as I said, we're going to call it a night here. I think we're going to work on it tomorrow, maybe Saturday, not entirely sure yet. The next thing up is the A-pillars, and then the front bar. We'll figure it out. Anyways, hope you guys are enjoying this. If you like it, make sure you give us a big thumbs up, hit the like button. Subscribe. We actually are growing pretty quickly. I'm actually excited. We're going to hit 2,500 subscribers. Sorry in the last video that I made a mistake on that.
What does that mean, Daniel? 2,500
subscribers? That means we give something away.
We giving something away.
Yes, yes we do. In the winter, as we posted in the last video, at 2,000 subscribers, Lance Nicholas Jensen is the winner. So make sure you message me. I'll put my email down below. Comment or contact us. We want to get you hooked up with a set of headlights. When we hit 2,500 subscribers, we're going to be giving something away again. So make sure you're subscribed. We really appreciate you guys joining us for this. We're having a great time working with Preston. And like I said, give us a like, hit that bell for notifications. We'll see you next time.